I've been let down my whole life.
Right.
Right. I had expectations, and everyone I had expectations let me down, and I didn't want this relationship ruined.
Did you tell her that?
I told her
tell her that, but did you really mean that?
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't mean it. I wanted to see if she take the exit.
Right.
Like if he giving me a like
if
sometimes
I'm gonna take it.
And sometimes you give someone an out and see if they take it.
Yeah.
And if they take it, that's what they.
You thought that young Jock and Kendra were doing well together? Well, no, baby. The scandal is going to blow everything up because there are rumors that Kendra is pregnant. But guess what? The real father isn't Jock. The real father is someone that Jock trusted. And when Jock found out, the fallout was like something from a reality TV script. Broken glass, paparazzi swarming the house, and the person Kendra has been sneaking around with. You're going to be shocked. But here's the best part. The man behind this betrayal isn't just a casual hookup-ho. No, someone close to Jock who has been grinning in his face the entire time. When the truth finally came out, Jock didn't just lose it. Instead, he snapped. So, who is the mystery man? And how did Kendra manage to keep this secret for so long? The TM is about to spill. Baby, it's scalding. Well, if you thought that Jock and Kendra were finally in a good place after all the cheating scandals and reality TV drama, congratulations. Let me take you back, because if you've been following the roller coaster that is young Jock and Kendra's relationship, you already know that these two have been through it all. We're talking about cheating rumors, public humiliation, side chicks showing up out of the blue, the whole messy reality TV starter pack. And Kendra has somehow stood by Jock's side, honestly. She deserves a medal for patience, but it seems like even Kendra has her limits, because what just came out is about to ruin everything. Happy announcement, wrong. The shocking part is that Jock is not the father. Yes, you heard that right. If you think that's bad, wait a minute, because it gets even messier, according to insiders. By insiders, I mean the same messy sources who always know Jock's business before he does. Doc didn't find out about the pregnancy through Kendra. Instead, he found out through a leaked medical report that purportedly confirmed that Kendra was pregnant. But the DNA test, though, it ruled him out as the father. Let me tell you, when that report went viral on the internet, Twitter went crazy within minutes. That after everything was said and done, Jockey wasn't the father. So who the hell? Am I asking? Jockey had been out here protecting Kendra all this time, and Assisi was the one creeping. But wait, it got worse, because when Jockey realized, oh honey, he snapped. According to sources, he was out running errands when his phone began to blow up with missed calls, text messages, and the headline, oh, they were brutal. Kendra's pregnant, but Jock wasn't the daddy. Reality TV star exposed in the paternity scandal. At first, Jockey didn't believe it, thinking it was some sick joke, because, after all, Kendra wouldn't do that to him. Witnesses report that Jock was seen pacing back and forth, perspiring, shaking his head and muttering to himself. He allegedly threw his phone across the room so hard that it shattered on the floor. According to one source, Jock kept saying, "This can't be real. This can't be real." Oh, but it was real. And when he realized that Kendra had been lying to him the entire time, he got in his car and drove home. This is where things get intense. Though, because when Jock entered that house, Kendra was sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone as if nothing had happened. Doran said, "You got something to tell me?" And Kendra didn't even flinch. She just gave him a bored look and said, "What are you talking about?" "Excuse me, girl, don't play dumb now." Jock allegedly stepped closer and said, "Don't play with me. You know what I'm talking about?" And Kendra, she shrugged. "I'm pregnant," she said, and you can see the veins popping out of Jock's face. Jock allegedly grabbed Kendra's phone off the couch, looked her in the eyes, and said, "It's not the father. Who is it? Kendra?" "Kendra," she smirked. Yes, she actually had the audacity to say, "Does it matter, baby?" Witnesses claim that Jock kicked over the coffee table, knocked over a lamp, and punched the wall so hard that it left a dent. He was screaming at Kendra, asking who the father was. But Kendra, sis, was sitting there looking unconcerned. And now, for the part that will blow your mind, Jock wasn't the only person who showed up that night-o. No, because just as things were about to blow up, guess who walked through the door? Yes, the same Kirk Frost who has been sidestepping cheating scandals for years, the same Kirk Frost who has been grinning in Jock's face the entire time. Witnesses claim that when Kirk entered, Jock's so-called friend reportedly turned to face Kendra and said, "It's him, isn't it?" Kendra, on the other hand, simply crossed her arms and said, "Now you know. Oh my God, you wanted to know who the father was." Jock was screaming at the top of his lungs. "You're supposed to be my brother. How could you do this to me?" Kirk had the audacity to laugh. Kirk allegedly said, "Hey man, it just kind of happened." Oh no, he didn't. The worst part was that security took Jock away the house while Kendra and Kirk stood side by side watching Jock go completely crazy. But the problem is that Jock isn't the type to just quit and go. Rumor has it that Jock is already calling his lawyers about going nuclear, and Kendra, oh sis, may have just started a war she's not prepared for. Kirk, oh honey, if you think Joe is going to get away with this, think again. As you already know, social media is going crazy on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Kendra really just played Jock like that. Kirk Frost needs to sit down, doesn't he? Nobody has time for this messy behavior, so the Jock should call his lawyers as soon as possible because this is war. Here's the question though. How long has this been going on? And did Kendra really think she was going to get away with this? You better stay locked in because this scandal is far from over. And trust me, what's coming next is not something you're prepared for. Oh honey, we're just getting started because the fallout from this scandal is about to reach nuclear levels. Finding out that Kendra is expecting Kirk's child was only the beginning. Now, the consequences are coming, and the Jock isn't going to let it happen. Let's continue where we left off, because after being physically dragged out of that house, sources claim that Jock was furious. Was also seen sitting in his car, gripping the steering wheel so tightly that his knuckles turned white. Witnesses claim that he sat there for 15 minutes without moving or speaking, just breathing heavily as if he was trying to stop himself from doing something crazy. Honestly though, can you blame him? Wasn't just about betrayal, was about humiliation. Kendra didn't just cheat. She became pregnant by one of Jock's closest friends, and Kirk, oh Kirk, didn't even have the decency to feel the situation gets worse because while Jock was sitting in that car trying to process what had happened, his phone started going off again. This time, it wasn't just the gossip vlogs, it was the shade. It turns out that Kirk and Kendra had been spotted together that same night at a posh lounge in Atlanta, holding hands. The paparazzi caught them walking in together, looking completely unconcerned. And the pictures went viral online within minutes. Kendra and Kirk then went out together while Jock was spiraling. Oh my God! While Kendra is out here winning, he reportedly snapped when he saw the pictures. He called Kendra straight to voicemail. Then he called Kirk straight to voicemail. According to sources, the Jock was shouting into the phone, "You better call me back. You think this is funny? You think this is a game?" And Kirk wasn't concerned because guess what happened next? Kirk went live on Instagram Live while sitting next to Kendra. Kendra was sipping wine, smirked at the camera, and said, "You guys should mind your own business and come over here." Excuse me? According to Insider CL, Jock was sitting at home, watching this in real time while trembling with rage. He reportedly threw his phone across the room and screamed, "Oh hell and no," before getting into his car and driving straight to Kirk's house. When Jock arrived, the neighbors were still discussing what happened that night because apparently Jock didn't even knock. Instead, he just walked up to Kirk's front door and began banging on it as if he was going to knock it down. Kirk allegedly opened the door with a asterisk. Jock smirked and said, "You good, bro?" But he didn't, so he lunged at him. According to witnesses, Jock grabbed Kirk by the collar and pushed him against the wall while shouting, "You think this is funny? You think you can just take my girl and get away with it?" Kirk allegedly shoved Jock back and said, "Relax, It's not my fault, Kendra chose me, and that was it. Jock reportedly swung on Kirk. Hard sources claim that Jock punched Kirk so hard that Kirk stumbled. But then he returned, and baby, it turned into a full-on brawl. When security arrived, they had to physically separate Kirk, who was reportedly screaming, "This isn't over. Not done with you," and Kirk, who had the audacity to laugh and say, "Yeah. You are the security guards who forced Jock out of the house." And guess what? Jock left with a bloody lip and a torn shirt. Kendra, who was actually just standing there sipping her drink as if nothing was happening. It's called because Kirk's neighbors heard the noise and assumed someone was being robbed. Kirk, however, was standing in the doorway adjusting his chain, looking completely unbothered. But wait, because Jock was driving home feeling humiliated and furious when a new video appeared online. Yes, another video was leaked that same night, and this one is bad. It shows Kendra sitting in a dimly lit hotel room talking to an unidentified man, and what she's saying is, "Oh honey, it's worse than you think." In the video, Kendra can be heard saying, "Jock doesn't even know. He still thinks we're going to work things out." And the man, whose face is obscured but whose voice you can hear, saying, "Yeah, well, what he doesn't know won't hurt him." When the results are in, JK will have no choice but to move on. Oh my God, social media went crazy in a matter of minutes and Twitter was on fire. Kendra was planning this the entire time. According to the video sources, JK was pacing his house in rage, saying repeatedly, "She played me. She really played me." Now, JK isn't just angry. He's in revenge mode because he has reportedly already contacted his lawyers. Yes, JK is allegedly planning to sue Kendra and Kirk for emotional harm and defamation. And he may have a case, because insiders are now claiming Jock and Kendra had a prenuptial agreement. And if Jock can demonstrate that Kendra's adultery caused him emotional distress and public humiliation, then Kendra might not just lose Jock. She might lose the bag. Meanwhile, Kendra and Kirk have reportedly gone into hiding. According to sources, Kirk has stopped returning his calls and Kendra has allegedly disappeared entirely. However, Jock isn't letting this go. He has already scheduled an interview with a major news outlet and he intends to expose Kirk and Kendra for everything they did to him. To get away with this, and more importantly, is JK going to take them both down? Well, you better stay locked in because this drama is far from over. The fallout from this scandal is about to reach catastrophic levels. Kendra's discovery that Kendra was expecting Kirk's baby was just the beginning, because now JK isn't just angry, he's prepared for war. Kendra and Kirk, on the other hand, may have just put themselves in a situation from which they are unable to escape. So let's continue where we left off. JK was on a mission after that explosive fight at Kirk's house. He wasn't going to sit back and let Kendra and Kirk humiliate him like that. Oh no, he was prepared to make them pay. And believe me, Jock had a plan, because the very next morning, Jock reportedly called up his legal team, by which I mean the same powerful attorneys who have represented some of the biggest names in hip-hop. And Jock wasn't just looking to settle this quietly. Oh no, Jock wanted to go public. Eider stated that Jock wasn't just seeking retribution, but rather to destroy Kirk and Kendra's entire reputation. And guess what? Jock had the receipts to prove it. Yes, months. According to sources, Jock gave his lawyers a whole folder of evidence, including bank statements, phone records, and even surveillance footage. The worst part is that Jock had receipts proving that Kirk had been using money from their joint business account to finance these covert meetings. We're talking about lavish hotel suites, private dinners, and pricey gifts, all of which were paid for with Jock's money. Jock was allegedly using Jock's own money to fund his affair with Kendra. And to make matters worse, his legal team reportedly advised him that he could charge Kirk with fraud and embezzlement because, in addition to sleeping with Kendra, he was using company funds to do so. If Jock pursued that lawsuit, Kirk might face severe financial repercussions. And as you are already aware, Social media was consuming this information. Kirk was cheating and stealing, so Jock needs to bury him. Kendra and Kirk are truly going to lose everything, so Jock better get his money back with interest. However, this is where things took a drastic turn for the worse, because Kirk, yes, he attempted to control the story. 2 days after the altercation, Kirk posted on Instagram too. He posted a photo of himself standing in front of a Rolls-Royce with the caption, "You guys should stop meddling in grown people's affairs." And guess who's sitting in the passenger seat? Oh, it's Kendra. Kendra was grinning like she didn't care at all, and the comments were mean. So you guys are really showing off. Now, Kirk, you stole from Jock and got his girl pregnant, and you think this is cute. Jock needed to sue right away, but Jock wasn't going to let Kirk get away with this, because the following day, Jock appeared on The Breakfast Club, where he spilled everything. Jock sat down with Charlamagne, DJ Envy, and Angela Yee, and when they asked him about the situation with Kendra and Kirk, he didn't mince words. He said, "Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Kendra betrayed me, Kirk betrayed me, and they did it right under my nose." When Charlamagne asked him how he found out, he simply replied, "I found out the same way y'all did, from the blogs." Charlamagne asked him about the fight. He laughed and said, "Let's just say Kirk got what he deserved." He continued by saying that he was proceeding with legal action. When DJ Envy asked him if he was going to press charges, he replied, "Let's just say my lawyers are handling it." The same day that Jock released a single, yes, a whole diss track, Jock uploaded a video of the song to Instagram with the caption, "Don't play with me." The lyrics read, "Oh honey, you were brutal. I thought you were my brother, but you stabbed me in the back, took my girl and my money, and now I'm taking it all back. And it's all the same, Kendra and Kirk. You're both lame, baby," and social media went crazy. Jock's revenge is going to be a hip-hop war, and you better win a Grammy for it. And guess what? The song began charting. Yes, Jock's revenge. Kirk and Kendra, on the other hand, were keeping quiet. According to sources, Kirk hasn't been seen in public since the fight, and Kendra reportedly deleted her Instagram. This is where things get crazy, because Kirk's other side chicks are now coming forward. Several women have allegedly contacted gossip websites to say that Kirk had been hooking up with them while he was seeing Kendra. One woman even said that Kirk promised to support her financially, and now she's threatening to expose him if he doesn't pay. Oh my God, and Kendra CIS isn't handling it well. Know how many other women there are out there? Apparently, Kirk heard her calm down, which only made her even more enraged. According to sources, Kendra has even moved out of Kirk's house, and rumors have it that she has already contacted a divorce lawyer. Yes, you read correctly. Kendra may be trying to get a divorce from Kirk now that the song has been played. You can't make up, and Jock is doing well. Jock reportedly booked several club appearances and interviews after the song was released. And insiders are claiming that he's already in talks to release a follow-up track. However, the real question is this the end for Kendra and Kirk? Or is this just the beginning? Beginning of a whole new round of drama, because now that Kirk's other women are coming forward and Kendra is threatening to divorce him. This could end up being the messiest breakup Atlanta has ever witnessed. At this point, the question is whether this is the end of the relationship between Kirk and Kendra, or if it's just the beginning of an even messier fallout, because, let's face it, Kirk may have dropped a diss track and started the legal process. But Kirk, isn't going to go down without a fight. And Kendra, oh honey, if it's going to get ugly very quickly if those divorce rumors are true. And let's not forget about Kirk's other women coming forward, because if even half of them are true, Kirk could lose everything: his reputation, his money, and even his place in the reality TV world, as well as Kendra. The real question is, though, should Jock really take Kirk to court for emotional damages and fraud? Or should he just let this one go and concentrate on his career and Kendra? Do you think she's actually going to go through with that divorce? Or is this just a publicity stunt? the comments because I know you all have thoughts on this one. If you're addicted to this drama, don't forget to hit the like button because at this point, it's better than reality TV. Additionally, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on because trust me, the next update will be even more juicy. Stay messy. Stay messy.